top 10 highest rated movies on Netflix. Hey guys, welcome to your entertainment channel, Netflix Tops, where we will tell you all about the top rated movies and series on Netflix. So, grab your popcorn and stay with us until the end of the video, because in today's video, we are going to list down the top 10 highest rated movies on Netflix. So, let's get started. Number 10. Inspired by actual events, Home Team is a 2022 American sports comedy film directed by Charles and Daniel Kinnan. The film has managed to keep the highest rating since it was released. The film stars some of the very famous actors, including Kevin James, Taylor Lautner, Rob Schneider, Jackie Sandler, and Tait Blum. It tells the story of New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton 3 years after New Orleans Saints won Super Bowl 44. Head coach Sean Payton is suspended from the NFL for 1 year due to his involvement in the Bountygate scandal. He returns to his hometown and reconnects with his 12-year-old son by coaching his middle school football team at Liberty Christian in Argyle, Texas. Number 9. A computer-animated media franchise centering on Gru, a reformed supervillain who later becomes a father, husband, and secret agent, and his yellow-colored minions is titled Despicable Me. It is produced by Illumination and distributed by its parent company, Universal Pictures. In a happy suburban neighborhood surrounded by white picket fences with flowering rose bushes sits a black house with a dead lawn. Unbeknownst to the neighbors, hidden beneath this house is a vast secret hideout. Surrounded by a small army of minions, we discover Gru planning the biggest heist in the history of the world. He is going to steal the moon. Gru delights in all things wicked. Armed with his arsenal of shrink raids, freeze raids, and battle-ready vehicles for land and air, he vanquishes all who stand in his way. Until the day he encounters the immense will of 3 little orphan girls who will look at him and see something that no one else has ever seen: a potential dad. The world's greatest villain has just met his greatest challenge: 3 little girls named Margot, Edith, and Agnes. Number 8. Based on Mitchell Zuckoff's 2014 book of the same name, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi is a 2016 American action thriller film, which is directed and produced by Michael Bay and written by Chuck Hogan. The film received an Oscar nomination for Best Sound Mixing at the 89th Academy Awards. In the movie, on September 11, 2012, Islamic militants attacked the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya, killing Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens and Sean Smith, an officer for the Foreign Service. Stationed less than 1 mile away are members of the Annex Security Team, former soldiers assigned to protect operatives and diplomats in the city. As the assault rages on, the 6 men engage the combatants in a fierce firefight to save the lives of the remaining Americans. Number 7. A 2009 American science fiction action film directed by Michael Bay is titled Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. The movie is based on the Transformers toy line, and it was also the top-selling film of the year in the United States. A youth chooses manhood. The weak Sam Witwicky starts college. The Decepticons make trouble in Shanghai. A presidential envoy believes it's because the Autobots are around. He wants them gone. He's wrong. The Decepticons need access to Sam's mind to see some glyphs imprinted there that will lead them to a fragile object that, when inserted into an alien machine hidden in Egypt for centuries, will give them the power to blow out the sun. Sam, his girlfriend, Michaela Baines, and Sam's parents are in danger. Optimus Prime and Bumblebee are Sam's principal protectors. If one of them goes down, what becomes of Sam? Number 6. Directed by Rick Jacobson and written by Holly Hester, The Royal Treatment is a 2022 American romance film. After its release on January 20th, 2022 on Netflix, The Royal Treatment became the week's most-watched film on the streaming service. However, it received negative reviews from critics. The story is about a woman named Isabella who runs her own salon and isn't afraid to speak her mind, and Prince Thomas, who runs his own country and is about to marry for duty rather than love. One day, the microwave in Isabella's saloon causes a fire. The assistant of the salon's landlord, Doug, asks for payment for the damage, so she gives the money she had saved for traveling the world. Later, Izzy and her friend, fellow stylists, get the opportunity of a lifetime to do the hair for the royal wedding. She and Prince Thomas learn that taking control of their own destiny requires following their hearts. Number 5. Revolving around a criminal seeking vengeance and a corrupt cop who pursues him, Faster is a 2010 American action thriller film directed by George Tillman Jr. The story is of a lone man, recently released from prison, seeks out the people from his past who he believes betrayed him. While he forces each to atone for their sins, he must also face what meting out vengeance will do to his immortal soul. Meanwhile, he's not the only one looking to settle old scores. Hired by the man responsible for the events which led him to prison, an eccentric contract killer follows his every move. Scenes from them crossing paths, sometimes violently, are intercepted with the assassin's self-realization of how to deal with struggles within his own life. As if old enemies and hired guns aren't enough, a young female detective begrudgingly works alongside a veteran investigator looking to simply survive his last 2 weeks on the force before retirement, as they seek out the brazen ex-con who has been blazing a path of gasoline-powered destruction in his vintage Chevelle. Number 4. A 2017 Hungarian drama film written and directed by Ildikó Enyedi is titled On Body and Soul. In the movie, on the outskirts of Budapest, the aging recluse and Satirian manager of a small abattoir, Ender, is used to hiding his disabled left arm along with his emotions behind a busy schedule. Then, unexpectedly, a shy and graceful newcomer in the office catches Ender's eye. Maria, the plant's cryptic and glacially beautiful quality control inspector. Now, against the backdrop of the cold slaughterhouse and a small theft within the company's walls, an eerie and almost spiritual bond will start to develop between the tender outcasts. As more and more, their lives become inextricably intertwined. However, are the two dreamers, Ender and Maria, ready to embrace the catharsis of love on both body and soul? Number 3. A sequel to Despicable Me from 2010 and produced by Illumination Entertainment and distributed by Universal Pictures, Despicable Me 2 is a 2013 American computer-animated comedy film. The film received generally positive reviews from critics and earned $970.8 million worldwide, becoming the third highest-grossing film of 2013. Now that Gru has forsaken a life of crime to raise Margot, Agnes, and Edith, he's trying to figure out how to provide for his new family. As he struggles with his responsibilities as a father, the Anti-Villain League, an organization dedicated to fighting evil, comes calling. The AVL sends Gru on a mission to capture the perpetrator of a spectacular heist. For who would be better than the world's greatest ex-villain to capture the individual who seeks to usurp his power? Number 2. Starring Alexander Daddario and Tyler Hoechlin, Can You Keep a Secret is a 2019 American independent romantic comedy film directed by Elise Duran. It is based on the 2003 novel of the same name by Sophie Kinsella. The movie explores themes that are very relatable, such as betrayal, trust, and vulnerability. The movie is about a young woman who spills all of her secrets to a stranger on a plane when she thinks it's about to crash. She later meets the man and discovers he is her company's new CEO, and he knows all of her humiliating secrets. Number 1. A 2019 British drama film written, directed by, and starring Chiwetel Ejiofor is titled The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The film is based on the memoir of the same name by William Kamkwamba and Brian Miller, and is one of the highest-rated movies of 2019. The story is about William Kamkwamba, who was born in the country of Malawi in Africa. When he was 14 years old, a terrible drought hit the village where he lived. People had nothing to eat. Being an excellent student and very fond of physics, William decides to save his native village from starvation. In the library, he finds books on physics. After studying the books, he got an idea to build a wind generator to provide electricity to his family. And this brings us to the end of this video. What do you think about today's video? Share with us in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for amazing movie reviews coming your way. And thank you for watching.